Pinball Dreams for the Amiga, and in 1992 the guys of Digital Illusions were able to bring pinball home to our trusty Commodore computer. I can't seem to recall many other pinball games before this. If there were any to mention, they were probably so awful that I've repressed the memories. Of course, pinball instantly conjures up images of misspent youth, dimly lit arcades, the haze of cigarette smoke, and someone humming that line about the deaf, dumb and blind kid who sure plays a mean pinball. Inspired by this, I conducted my own experiment. I tried playing it blindfolded, gagged, with cotton wool stuffed in my ears. Turns out, classic rock lyrics lie. I just sort of flailed a bit, grunted and fell off my chair. Lesson learnt: don't rely on The Who to boost your pinball skills. Aside all of this frivolity, I learned that there are just 3 sacred rules of pinball that you need to remember. Rule 1. Don't let the ball drop down between the flippers. Rule 2. Rack up points by hitting the ball into targets, lighting up all the flashy bits and generally making the machine look like a disco on steroids. Rule 3. Refer back to Rule 1. And that's it. Follow Rules 1 and 3 religiously, and Rule 2 pretty much happens on its own. Simple, right? Pinball is such a lovely rascal of a game. Who wouldn't want to spend hours battling gravity with a shiny silver ball? After all, it was about as close to the real thing as you'd get without dropping coins into an actual machine. In addition to this, Pinball Dreams gives us not just 1, but 4 pinball tables to attempt to rack up as many points as possible, each with its own theme and personality. There's Ignition, a space-themed table that's a good starting point for rookies. Then Steel Wheel, a Wild West railway adventure. Beatbox, where you're navigating the highs and lows of the music industry. Finally, there's Nightmare, a spooky table that'll have you flinching as your ball gets flicked and smacked through its sinister design. Each table comes with its own soundtrack and effects, so the vibe was always fresh. When it came to the aesthetics required to make a game like this work, the graphics would need to glide like butter, and the ball physics must be flawless. Thankfully, Pinball Dreams nailed both. With buttery smooth 50 frames per second scrolling, and a ball that bounces, rolls and careens with uncanny realism, it's like Newton himself coded it. Well, if Newton swapped apples for pinballs. The controls are as straightforward as it gets. Down on the cursor key pulls back the spring to launch your ball, and the left and right shift keys handle the flippers. You could also hit the spacebar to tilt the table, but overdo it and the tilt display will show on the pinball machine, and all of the controls freeze, forfeiting one of your precious shiny balls. I always wondered what Pinball Dreams would have been like had it stacked its tables vertically, requiring a certain score to open gates to the next level. Or if you could fire lasers at the ball instead of just nudging the table with a hopeful spacebar press. The potential was there, but alas, the game sticks to its purest roots. The real magic is how the ball moves. It's scarily realistic, like it's been blessed by a wizard physicist. The tables don't go overboard with features, but they strike the perfect balance between excitement and clarity. It never feels too cluttered or too empty, just right for hours of table flipping chaos. Speaking of hours, Pinball Dreams was impossible to put down when I first played it as a kid. It truly is a maddeningly addictive pinball simulator with gorgeous visuals, stellar sound, and even an 8-player mode for flipping with friends. If you want a flashy, no-nonsense pinball game that does the basics brilliantly, Pinball Dreams is your new best friend. It's straightforward, addictive, and looks and sounds fantastic. But if you're hoping for something more experimental, like laser firing flippers or pinball in zero gravity, you'll have to keep dreaming. Saying all this though, if straightforward pinball is your thing, then this game is a no-brainer. Get it fired up and give it a whirl. Oh, and it didn't stop there. If you were lucky enough to also own Pinball Fantasies, then the fun just kept on rolling. Literally. But don't worry, we'll get to that someday. Maybe, when we're done flipping out over this one. Those folks at 21st Century Entertainment were clearly obsessed with pinball. Pinball Illusions and Pinball World came next, just to prove the point. For now though, there's plenty to keep you busy with Pinball Dreams. So roll up your sleeves and start flipping. That high score isn't going to rack itself up. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share your memories of the legendary pinball games that lit up our beloved Commodore Amiga in the comments. If you're loving these nostalgic trips but haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join us on this epic journey down memory lane as we uncover more timeless memories from your youth and relive the magic together. Take a look at the playlist on the channel. You might just find your favourites already waiting for you. If not, don't worry, they'll show up eventually. Hope to see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.